we came to fight. You know that coming into Fall Gallon, this is a hard place to play. You know, you play against a legend coach, you play against one of the most talented teams in the country. You got to come and bring it, and we came to do that tonight. I mean, we just fell short.
Can you speak to what you were able to do? I mean, what is it about Kansas that just makes you kind of up your game to this type of level?
I mean, I'm just coming out to fight, man. I got teammates that believe in me. I got a coaching staff that believe in me. And I just came out to be aggressive and just try to do whatever I can to help this team win. And that's what I did tonight.
You were chipping away in the second half before you forced the overtime. What was the key there? Defending Agbaji better?
The key was defense overall. I mean, we take pride in defense. That's what Texas Tech is all about. So we knew that we had to come and bring it on the defensive end. I mean, we was just trying to get stops so we could able to come back and get our offense rolling. And that was our main focus was defense.
Can you just speak about just everyone kind of contributing to forcing those two overtimes? Malik with some big clutch shots, you obviously with some shots, and just Terrence with those free throws.
I can just keep on saying this over and over again. I mean, this team was willing to fight. We were willing to fight with whoever, against whoever. All those guys are back there in that locker room. I mean, we took an oath to know that we was gonna come out here and fight. Everybody on that coach staff, everybody on this team, and we came out here and did that tonight.
In terms of the message you want to I guess, what does a game like this kind of teach you all? Because I know Coach Adams said, win or lose, you guys are going to learn something. I know it's right after the game, but I guess what do you think you're going to learn from this?
That every possession counts. There's no possession that doesn't count in a game like this, in a hostile environment like this, from the start of the first 20 minutes to the end of the last 20 minutes, even in those OTs, that every possession counts. That's what I learned from this.
Then can you just speak to what Ochai was able to do, that big three to kind of obviously force their overtime goal?
I mean, Ochai Agbaji, he's a special player. I mean, he get that shot off, you think it's going in every time it gets out of his hands. I mean, he did an unbelievable job tonight. He hit a big shot on us to force the double OT. So, I mean, just hats off to him. That was a insane shot.
In terms of what this type of game does for you all, you obviously had some big wins on the road. I guess what does this kind of do just in terms of you all mentally or physically?
Mentally, physically, I mean, we just gonna learn from it, and it just leaves a pit of fire in our stomach. We just got a bad taste in our mouth that we're gonna have, and we just gonna carry it through all season and just carry it over to the defensive end on every game we play from here on out.
What do you feel you learned out of this one?
Well, I'll tell you what I learned. I learned that we have a very tough, competitive team that is very resilient. That we think we can play with anybody in the country and come in here to Fall Gallon and play against a really good basketball team. And I thought we stood toe-to-toe with them. We were down, dug a hole for us several times. At halftime we were behind and got even further behind, about 10 to go, but came back and again I thought showed a lot of determination and commitment to each other and try to win the game, and got us in a position I thought we were going to win it in that first overtime.
Can you just speak to, I guess, just those late game possessions where TJ, it seemed like he could have maybe driven? I guess, can you just speak about the decisions of what y'all were trying to do late?
Well, I just think that's certain players that maybe were trying too hard to do it on their own. And yeah, we'd like for several of our guys to drive and try to get the foul, but at the same time, when you're on the road, a lot of times you don't get those calls, and nothing saying against officiating, but it's just kind of a general rule. You're a lot of times better off maybe taking those jump shots and trying to drive in. But hey, the ball didn't fall our way at the very end, but I thought we played well. Bryson Williams was outstanding, and wish he had a little more help in the offensive end. I thought our guys played extremely hard on defensive end. We took better care of the ball we have all year. Look at the minutes played. So there's a lot to build on with this, and there's a lot we can be pleased with and look back at this game.
Can you speak to what Kevin was able to do later on in that contest? I know he didn't have the best offensive game, but it seemed like he was just getting clutch rebounds and just kind of scoring for you.
Yeah, you're talking about Kevin.
Kevin O'Banner.
Kevin O'Banner, you look at his stats, he hit a big three for us late and kept battling and made some free throws for us, and was really fighting. I mean, Kevin Colored did the same thing with defensive end, a lot of big plays, and was there leading the team defensively.
I know you've obviously done this a long time, but have you had a player like Bryson where he just plays another team like Kansas and it's one of his best games?
Yeah, it's amazing. Every time we mention Kansas, I think he just gets ready to play. But he's been playing well since that first Kansas game, and so I think we're going to continue to see him, scoring off the levels and make big plays. He's been a lot of fun to coach.
turned into Kansas when they made that three, were you switching everything? And I guess
trying to switch, and you know, we're trying to keep the ball out of his hands and find everything we could. I know it was frustrating for me. I'm sure the Red Raider Nation too, because he kept getting those shots off, and we ran some different defenses, some gimmick defenses, did everything we could to try to stop him.
From your vantage point in the second overtime, what do you feel was the biggest determining factor in falling short eventually?
You know, I just know, we didn't execute, I think, on a couple of plays. And we settled, probably compromised a little bit on some of our shooting there in the second half. Looking back, we wish it driven more, got to the paint. And then, we needed the same thing on the defensive end. They did drive, and they were able to get to the paint, and we fouled them. So too many fouls that second half, or second overtime, and we weren't able to get the paint, do the same thing with them.